Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to the lecture. So in this lecture, we'll see the basic unit conversion because whenever we go for the interview, it's obvious that we should know certain units. Like if I ask you how much is 1 meter, okay, I mean, if 1 meter is so and so, can you convert that into millimeter, right? Can you convert cubic meter into cubic feet and all? So we'll try to see that. Of course, you need to remember, but there's no other way. But I'll try to tell you a few important things in that. Okay. So there are a lot of things. I will start with one by one. Okay. And also you should be in a position to read the scale of, I mean, all the skills, because of course at the site they won't ask you. In the interview they won't ask you, but if you start to work tomorrow, you should know how to read the scales and all. Okay. Yeah. So one thing you remember, always this 1 inch. Okay. 1 inch is 25.4 mm. So we actually want to remember everything in terms of mm, because if you see a lot of construction industry drawings, everything will be in terms of mm. We say 1000 mm, or let us say 1250 mm. In my drawing reading course, if you had seen most of my drawings, everything was in mm. Okay. And this feet and inches, this we usually use in the local construction, because in the local construction you don't see people making using a tape with the mm, right? So they want they're better known with the feet and inches. But in bigger construction company, we don't use feet and inches, we go with the mm system. Got it? Yeah. So this you have to remember. There's no other way to remember, but you have to write it and remember. That's it. 1 inch is 25.4 mm. Then 1 inch is 2.54 centimeter. If you divide this by 10, you'll get 2.54 centimeter. And if I again divide it by 100, you'll get this 1 inch is equal to 0.0254 meter. Let me do that. If 2.54, if I divide it by 1000, I'll get that. Okay. Yeah. Let me do that. Give me a minute. Yeah. Yeah, you have to divide it by 100. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, good. See, 1 inch is 25.4 mm. Okay, very simple. If I ask you to convert this in terms of centimeter, you divide it by 10. Again, if I ask you to convert this into meter, again, you divide it by 100. Very simple. Okay, this much you have to remember. Again, 1 centimeter is equal to 10 mm. Again, you can see it here, isn't it? If I show you through a tape, you see it here. This is 1 centimeter. 2 means it's 2 centimeter. This is 3 centimeter. And this is 4 centimeter. Got it? And you can see at the top, this is 1 inch. That means, can you now draw a conclusion? That is, for 1 inch, how much centimeter will be? 1 inch is equal to how much it is. If this is 20 centimeter, if this is 2 centimeter, this is 3, half of this is 2.5. That means 1 inch is 2.5 centimeter, or you can say 1 inch is equal to 25.4 mm. That is why I've written it here. Okay, it's 2.5. It's actually 2.54. You can say you can say 2.5. It is also okay. No issue with that. Okay. Yeah. Then 1 centimeter is 10 mm, and 1 centimeter is equal to 0.01 meter. Then again, how much is 1 meter in terms of centimeter? 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. Okay, and 1 meter is equal to 1000 mm. See, if you don't remember centimeter, it is okay, but mm you have to remember. 1 meter is equal to 1000 mm. Then again, 1 inch is equal to 25.4 mm. This is important. And then remember, 1 meter is equal to 3.28 feet. Okay, 1 meter is 3.28 feet, and 1 liter is 0.035 cubic feet. If you remember, well and good. If not, not required. But remember this: 1 feet is equal to 12 inches, and 1 feet is equal to 300 mm. This is important. So I'll draw a small. I'll give you a better idea, like what all things you have to remember. But why you should remember two things in interview? They'll ask. Of course, they may not, shoot you with all these questions. 1 or 2 questions they may ask you. Second is, when you try to do the estimation, if you try to become a quantity survey, then obviously all these things are going to help you, because sand we order in terms of cubic feet, whereas concrete we order in terms of cubic meter. Now we get answer in terms of cubic meter. If I want to convert that into cubic feet, these conversions are going to help me, right? So that is why, being a quantity estimator, you should be in a position to answer all these things. But as a site engineer also, sometimes you have to do quick calculation. Then also you should know all these things. So I'll tell you the important one, which you have to write down. Try to write down this. That's the only way you can practice, and stick it to the place where you're sitting. And whenever you sit in front of it, every time you see, that is going to store in your mind. So I'll show you that. Yeah. So I want you to remember 1 inch is equal to 25.4 mm. Then also you can remember 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeter. This is not required. Okay, meter is not required. Then remember 1 meter is equal to 1000 mm. 1 meter is equal to 3.28 feet. And of course, I want you to remember this. 1 feet is 12 inches and 1 feet is 300 mm. So this much you remember, rest all is not required. 1 centimeter is equal to 0.01 meter is also not required. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 mm is also not required. Okay, these things you have to remember. Yeah. Next, we'll go further. Now coming to this part, this is also very important because this particular thing will come into play in the quantity estimation. Okay, yeah. So again, 1 square meter is equal to 10.76 square feet. How did this 10.76 came? We know that 1 square meter in terms of feet will be, that is 1 meter is equal to, I'll put in this way. We know that, yeah, 1 meter is, we know that 1 meter is equal to 3.28 feet, right? You got it? It's written here. See here, 1 meter is 3.28 feet. My question is 1 square meter. That means what is 1 square meter? That is 1 into 1 is 1 square meter. In terms of square feet, I'm asking. So 3.28 into 3.28. Try to do this manually. 3.28 into 3.28 comes out to be 10.76, 10.76. So you can see here, I'm getting 10.76. So I'm written 10.76. You should know how it is coming. Simply by highlighting also will not help you. Then 1 acre is equal to 4,046 square meter. In terms of square feet, again, you have to multiply this by how much? 10.76. If I do that, 4046.8 into 10.76 should give me that answer. Yeah, exactly. See, 1 acre is 4046.8 square meter. Okay, this is standard unit. We don't know how it has come, but this is standard. You have to remember. But 1 acre in terms of square feet, you can do the calculation. From square meter to square feet, I have to multiply by 10.76. You multiply this. Very simple. 4046.8. I want to multiply in terms of square feet, so I'll multiply 10.76, and I'm getting answer 43543.56. And you can see here, I'm getting the same thing here, right? 43, they written 43560. Actually, the answer should be 43540. Okay, they might have taken another 17 units extra. It's okay, right? Next, 1 hectare is equal to 10,000 square meter. Okay, because when you do the quantity estimation and all, when there is cutting of trees and all, right? So that we measure in terms of hectares. In that case, you should know from hectares to square meter, how do you convert? So 1 hectare is equal to 10,000 square meter. And this is very important. 1 cubic meter is 35.315. This you have to remember, because like I mentioned, aggregate and sand, coarse aggregate and sand we measure in terms of cubic feet. But the cement quantity we want in cubic meter. Then if you want to convert that, whatever answer is your cement, you multiply that by 35.315, you will get sand and aggregate in cubic feet. So 1 cubic meter is 35.315 cubic feet, and 1 cubic feet is equal to 0.028 cubic meter. How did you get this? Again, very simple. 1 divided by 35.31. If I do, I'm getting 0.028, right? You're getting this. It's the reverse of that. If 1 cubic meter is 35.315 cubic feet, then what is 1 cubic feet? Very simple. 1 divided by 35 you have to do. You have to do 1 divided by 35.315. Do this manually along with me, and you're going to get 0.0283 cubic meter. Okay, this thing you have to remember. If you remember this you can do on your own, and this you have to do, this you don't have to remember, but this you have to remember. 1 cubic meter is 35.32 cubic feet. Yeah, right. Then 1 kilometer is 1000 meter, which we know. Again, 1 gram is 1000 milligram. Again, 1 cubic meter is 1000 liter. This is also very important. If somebody asks you, I have a 2 cubic meter of a concrete, how much that is in liter? So 2 cubic meter is equal to 2000 liter. 1 cubic meter is equal to 1000 liter. Got it? Yeah. Next, again, 1 kg is equal to 1000 gram, which we know. And 1 quintal is 100 kg. This you have to remember, right? So 1 ton, see, you might get confused now. Just forget this for time being. Forget this thing. This is not required. Okay. Yeah. Just remember 1 kg is equal to 1000 gram. 1 quintal is equal to 100 kg. You can see 1 quintal, and 1 ton is equal to 1000 kg. Fine. That's it. Now you might see here 1 ton and 1 ton. So one is in British units and the other one is in US units. That is why there's a slight difference of 907. Forget about this. This thing is not required. Okay. Just forget it. Let me strike it out. So the difference is that one is in US units and the other one is in British units, I feel. So that is why it is 907 and 1000 kg. You have to remember 1 ton is equal to 1000 kg, right? Now again, coming to the important point here, which all things you need to remember, I'll tell you. At any cost, you have to remember 1 cubic meter is equal to 35.315 cubic feet. Then you have to remember 1 cubic meter is equal to 1000 liter. Of course, this is very simple. 1 kg is 1000 gram, 1 ton is 1000 kg, 1 quintal is 100 kg. Of course, you have to remember 1 square meter is equal to 10.76 square feet. You have to remember 1 acre is equal to 4046 square meter. And this thing is not required, because anyhow, if you multiply this by 10.76, you'll get this. And 1 hectare is equal to 10,000 square meter. This much you have to remember. We don't have any other option but to remember this. Okay. Yeah. So I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, you're not enjoyed it because you've got a lot of questions, but that's how you have to remember this. Okay. There's no other substitute to this. Only the thing is, it will come through practice. Even sometimes I also forget, but that is okay. But if you ask me what is 1 cubic meter to 1 cubic feet, I'll tell 35.38. This you have to remember. This is very basic. If you ask me what is 100 kg called, I can say 100 kg is called as 1 quintal. If you ask me what is 1000 kg, I can say 1 ton. So if you ask me to convert ton in terms of milligram, then I have to do the calculation. So that immediate answer I don't have. But basic things has to be basic, and you should answer them, and those things should be at the tip of your tongue, right? So that is what I'm trying to tell. At least try to understand the thing, whatever I marked in the tick mark, and it has to remain. I mean, you have to remember that. So we'll see you back in the next lecture. Thank you.